Stream. Per usual, I'm running kind of late, running at the last minute, but I'm also getting some cool things set up for everybody, hopefully. That is the intent. Suppose I should update the dashboard. The dashboard. Bum, bum, bum. Yep, we are in the mists of downtime. Happy Ravenloft Day to you too. We are not there yet, but we are actually getting closer. QA is working on their white glove. Just kind of like checking all the stuff out. Yep, we got a trivia event going on in Discord, so if you don't want to watch me, they're giving away stuff. I'm not. Make sure I'm going on YouTube. And so clearly this is going to be a more casual day, but what my intention is, I'm actually loading it right now, so assuming it all works out, I'm going to be on an internal development server today in just a little bit. Also do have, emails and stuff up in case we open during the downtime or during my stream here, which is probably not too likely, but theoretically possible. And what else we got going on? Oh yeah, so like I said, I'm going to be on an internal dev client today, which it looks like it just loaded up, so let's see if that works. If it does, I'll show off some sentient weapon things. If it's active on the server, I can show you vet status 3. What was Strahd's alignment? I don't know if he's chaotic evil, lawful evil. He's evil. I know that much. Cordovan is a form of leather that's like Cordovan leather, Cordovan shoes. Which is kind of funny because I'm a vegetarian. I chose it deliberately because that's the kind of goofball I am. We are all leather. Yeah, lawful evil, because I would think lawful, because he definitely has a sense of his own kind of what is right, what is wrong, but he ain't good either. I am lawful good. Is our internal done on a VM? No, it's just its own server. Alright, so we are indeed over on the... Is the name out there? Is it Flame? It's called Flamekeep. Anyway. That's the shorthand name for this server. Yes, Sheldil, you were in the Wednesday group on Argo right before Thanksgiving. You did not get an email for points. That is correct. That is my fault. And I'm hoping to deal with that soon. So here's the deal. The points are at work. The screenshot listing all your names is at home. And I have been so busy, like I've been getting home at like 10 o'clock at night-ish, things like that, getting ready for Ravenloft and what have you. I have not actually turned on the computer to get the screenshot and email it to myself at work. I just keep skipping my brain, so I will get it done, I promise you. I'm just running way late on it, so... Alright, so we are in the Ravenloft Tavern here. I guess I can just sort of stick around here to show off the things. Hello, Thaco D20. Oh, by the way, hello and welcome to the weekly Wednesday Lunchtime live stream on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Welcome if you're watching afterwards. This is our downtime right now. The QA team is currently hard at work getting ready to get Ravenloft open to the public. We do have downtime announced until 2 p.m. We're probably going to be pretty close to that, but we'll see. We're having a little bit of a technical hiccup with Kenneth right now, but we're on track to release on time, so no big deal there. All right, let me call up my Sentient weapon cheat sheet. So first off, I will give myself a Sentient Jewel. So here's basically what I'm going to do here is give you a little bit of a sense of how Sentient weapons are going to work. And actually, let me call up the release notes. You can take a look at the release notes right now if you want to. I'll do a quick overview of Sentient weapons, and then I will show you how it works in the game. And I'm also more than happy to answer any of your other questions that you would like to present to me while we do this downtime. Like I say, this is going to be kind of a casual downtime today. I'm not running Ravenloft quests because I don't want to spoil things. We are there. It is release day for Ravenloft. Alright, so Sentient weapons. This is kind of the new weapon system in addition to all the other massive named loot we have in Mr. Ravenloft here. So they have their own personality, customizable powers. Each sentient weapon that you find in Ravenloft will have a sentient jewel attached. You can, however, unslot that jewel and put it onto any named item level 20 or up. The jewel can be pried out of an existing weapon, attached to a new weapon of sufficient magical power. It transfers the sentience and the power level to the new magical weapon. The XP, as it were, is attached to the sentient jewel. So as you level up your sentient weapon, you're leveling up the XP on your sentient jewel. And when you take that out, you can reslot it onto a new weapon, should you wish, and not lose your progress. Once you slot in the jewel, you'll then add filigree to it. That gives you benefits and helps create set bonuses for the item. As the weapon's power grows, it can slot up to a maximum of 7 filigree, at least at this point, and that is possible that we could expand that in the future. Most named weapons with a minimum level of 20 or higher can accept sentient jewels. Things like Thunderforge can't, Legendary Green Steel can't, and a few other things that have kind of particularly complicated crafting systems don't accept sentience. You feed it named items. That's how you up its XP. It'll talk to you. It'll put text in there. If that is annoying to you, you can disable it in the gameplay tab. Each sentient filigree, besides giving you a little benefit, adds to a set, and you can have multiple sets on that item because you have up to 7 slots. Some take, I think, 2, 3, 5, something like that in terms of the filigree to sets. Sentient toolkits will unslot a filigree or sentient jewel. Sentient toolkits are found in the same place that you can get sentient filigree as a drop inside of the game. They're also available in the DDO store. Destroyers don't unslot it, but they take it out, they just wipe it out. So that's an option if you don't have a thing, don't want to buy a thing. You can just buy it for plat from tools vendors throughout DDO. You have to get rid of the filigree and the sentient jewel. Or you cannot destroy or unslot a sentient jewel, rather, unless you remove all the filigree first. And, you know, we can talk a little bit about how the XP works, but basically the higher level the minimum level, the more XP you get. Where can you get the jewels? You can get one of them. Well, one of them is exclusive to the Ravenloft Saga reward list. 3 of them can be obtained by speaking to a Vistani trader inside of the Barovia Wilderness area. You can only take one of those from that trader, though. The other 2 will also be in that Ravenloft Saga reward list. But one is exclusive to that list. And then a jewel can also be found as a raid reward in the new raids. Items are bound to account when you put a sentient jewel into them. If it's unbound or bound to character on equip, this means you can't trade it with sentient jewels. And there is a bit of a controversial thing about sentient weapons not consuming named items with augments. There was really several reasons why we did it that way. One, we didn't want people to purchase augments and then lose them by accidentally destroying them when they fed it to their sentient weapon. 2, there's a lot of duped red augments out there, minimum level 28. And if you took a regular low-level item, put in a level 28 min-level red augment, and then then fed that item to your sentient jewel, you would get the benefits of a min-level 28 item. And since we have basically a flooded economy with duped augments, that was a problem. So it wasn't just duping, though. It was also because of we didn't want people to lose their things by accident. Because CS couldn't really help them, because they have no way to really know whether or not an augment was on an item before it was fed to your sentient jewel. Alright. Good enough. Let me take a look at our chat before I move on. Puff Granny, you want a Patty or Selma from Simpsons voice? I've been a waitress for 37 years. Has it been determined if hand wraps can definitely be sentient? Yes, because they fit into your main hand slot. Can you talk to us about the binding status? So, if it's unbound or bound to character on equip and you add a sentient jewel, that'll make it bound to account. If it's already bound to account or just plain old bound to character on acquire, it'll retain that binding status. Shard, seal, scroll items will be possible they will accept sentience. For the raid short sword on Lamania, before it was slotted, it could go into your offhand. Once you slot it with an augment, you can't put it in your offhand anymore. By saying slotted with your augment, you mean slotted with a sentient jewel? If so, that is not a bug. Items with sentient that have accepted sentience do not go into your offhand. If, however, you're talking about a non-sentient weapon augment, then that is a bug. Do the colors of the jewels change how the filigree work? No. That's deliberate, because we want you to be able to choose the personality that you want to have with the sentient weapon without having to worry about the statistical benefits that it would bring. So it's detached from the statistical benefit system. The sentient jewel gives it the personality and is ultimately the thing that you're leveling up. But the filigree lets you customize whatever benefits you want. Can I tell us how the event for vet status will work? Yes, I'll take care of that in just a little bit here. I need to take a vacation? Yeah, I kind of do. It's almost like we did Mordor and then went straight into Ravenloft. God. Yeah, that's a lot of work. One other thing, though, I guess I could drop this little news bomb. We're hoping to get a producer's letter for DDO out before Christmas, if we can. No promises, but that's the hope. Would DDO ever consider a DDO wallet like in Lotro? It's similar to the shared bank, but on Lotro it's even a little more flexible. Other than Ravenloft loot, where else can we get these sentient jewels? No place currently, but we are intending to make that a possibility in the future. And actually, there is going to be in patch one that you can get that you probably don't want, because I voice it. But that's going to be available in patch, most likely. And that's going to be a giveaway. Can I make my level 1 bow sentient or not? No. To make a weapon sentient, it has to be minimum level 20 or up. Did vet status 10 make it in? Yes. How are we to know the personalities from the color? You kind of don't, but you'll figure it out. Alright, there's not that many of them. Speaking of personalities, let us salad into the unknown. Alright. Alright, so here's a sentient jewel. You'll get some sense of the personality based on the name of it. So this one is the Sentient Jewel of the Hopeful. And let's actually slot it so you can see how that's going to work. See this little thing above the bear claw here, modify your sentient items. That'll open up the UI panel for sentient weapons. If you hover over, that'll actually be where you put the item. Let's see if what I've got for it doesn't really matter what I put it in. Okay, that's Does that not have a minimal level on it? Oh, that's the shield. Okay, never mind. I keep confusing that. Okay, so let me find an item. I've got to have an item here somewhere, don't I? If not, I'll just create one quick. Nope, I got the buckler. What am I wielding? Okay, cool. Legendary Slave Master's Staff. Put that in. And then you'll see, it says on the bottom, Sentient XP 0. To get the first slot, it'll be 2,000. And that opens up to slot the Sentient Jewel in it. So I'm going to take the Sentient Jewel of the Hopeful and slot it in. And there we go. So now it is, when you hover over the weapon, it'll say Sentience the Hopeful. And it'll tell you how much XP that Sentient Jewel has. Now on the UI menu, there's going to be two things. This is your feeder. That's where you take your named items to destroy into there, to add to its power. And this will be where you put the filigree. That'll expand as you open up more filigree. So I'm going to take Van Richten's Legendary Cane here, if that works. Nope. Down there. Oh, it's not a named item.
More, please. The more we do that, the better it is for both of us.
And if you heard that little voice there, there's going to be an option to, like I say, turn that off. So you can see the XP's going up there. You get basically up to, let me check the release notes again real quick, make sure I'm accurate on that, but basically you get the XP equal to the minimum level for level 1 to 20 items. 21 to 27 is minimum level times 5. 28 plus is minimum level times 10. Will guest passes to Ravenloft be available? No. because it's an expansion. Is there a plan to eventually release more sentient gem personalities? Yes. Can you make a sentient weapon without owning Ravenloft? Not yet, because you get the sentient jewels from Ravenloft. Eventually, though, you will be able to. So, I'm just going to feed some items into here. Level up my thing
More,
past...
please. The more we do that, the better it is for both of us.
2,000, so you can see the next level here.
I wonder what you'll pick.
Alright, so now
So
at
many
2,000, you
choices.
see we have a second sentient filigree slot. Speaking of filigree, let us create one of those so you can take a look at what it looks like. Oops. Alright, so here is a filigree in my inventory. Celerity, Dexterity. This is a common sentient filigree. Slot into a sentient item, it'll give you +1 Dexterity. If you have 2 pieces equipped, it gives you 2% double strike and double shot. 3 equipped is a permanent haste spell. This would be of the Celerity set. So I'll show you how that works. Slot in the one filigree. And then let's pick the other Celerity filigree here. Oops, I keep doing that. This one is a dodge and maximum dodge. It'll give you 1% dodge and 1% bonus to your maximum dodge. You know, the benefits themselves get more powerful as the rarity goes up. But they add to your existing named item here. So, for example, you know, with the legendary Slave Master staff, you don't lose any of the stuff that you get on the Slave Master staff. You simply add to it at the bottom there. And you'll see when you hover over it here that it's got Celerity, Dexterity, Dodge, Max Dodge, and it'll explain to you the set there as well. So, because we have 2 pieces equipped, we now get 2% double strike and double shot as well for that set.
More, please. The more we do
So you
that,
can
the
just
better
kind of
it is
keep
for both of us.
adding to it. This character was used for, I don't know, something or other. For some reason, the Van Richten's cane doesn't want to go in there. I'll have to take a look at that, see why that is. You can put your Thunderforged in there if you are particularly don't like yourself. Alright, so there we go. I'm actually going to, I guess, head to the test dojo so I can get a lot more loot. Will those abilities stack with other items we might have? Most likely. Depends on the bonus type, of course. But, yeah, for the most part, all that, as far as I'm aware, I believe it's all set to stack with that other benefits you might have. I believe they're unique bonuses. And we can actually take a look at that just to make sure I'm correct on that. Yeah, it all stacks with whatever you got. Good. There we go.
More, please. The more we do that, the better it is for both of us.
That's going to take too long. Let me find a better item that I can just sort of zoom up. Actually, I know what I could do. Bum, 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 bum. Oops. All right, there we go.
More, please. The more we do that, the better it is for both of us. I wonder what you'll
Cool.
pick.
So now I've opened up
So
a
many
third
choices.
slot, and I will put this, because this also brings up another thing that is worth mentioning. There are rare versions of each of these sentient jewel filigree as well. They give you basically a slightly better version, similar to the mythic items. So whereas the, let me call up the Celerity Reflex non-rare version, so you can compare the two. The non-rare version is a 2% reflex save. The rare version is 2% reflex and +2 MRR. And because I've got 3 pieces equipped, I now have a permanent haste spell. And if you can feed Thunderforge to them, you should be able to feed Legendary Green Steel as well, I think. But I'm not sure about that. Do we get to keep our Vet 3 characters after the event ends? Yes, it looks like there's a lot of interest in Vet 3, so I'll wrap up what I'm doing here and move over to Vet 3 here in just a second. Please tell me the weapon talks during combat and such. Yes, it has a whole bunch of various times that it'll do things. It's not consistent, like right there. I equipped it, and that'll give me... good enough. It'll be like when you talk to an NPC, when you die, when you take damage, when your item takes damage, when... I mean, there's a whole list of like dozens of possible triggers for it. It's like I say, it's not always, it's just sometimes.
We're going where to do what? That sounds amazing!
There you go. Alright. Okay. Filigrees will be random chest drops and end rewards in Ravenloft. What do the ash drops and rares trade for? There's a NPC that'll tell you that. Oh, sorry. I did not... Someone was commenting on my crazy run speed. Even though I had given myself permanent haste, I had my admin speed on. Sorry about that. So, it is just your standard 30% haste boost. Is Ravenloft out yet? Yes, for me. I can log in and play it. You can't. Let's see. A punsenality would be awesome. I agree. Yeah, sorry for those who are chomping at the bit to get to it. Let me turn off, or check out, rather, the Facebook page. PS4, please. Sorry, I like mine. I don't want to give it to you. And you can turn off the voice. Say it's in gameplay options. Enable sentient weapon text. Enable sentient weapon sounds. Click on, click off, as you wish. I TR'd a character on Lamania with the sentient weapon boost equipped. That sounds like a bug there, Marching Kid. We'll have to look into that. Show me your PS4. No, it's at home. It's just a regular one. Alright, so let me call back out to our screen. So, I actually didn't check to see if vet status was there, but we'll check it out here. So I will just create a basic Sork. I'll just take a path to make it easy. They have dozens. Let me call up a list here, because like I said, I've recorded one. And I've got... For how many lines did I record? 68. So approximately 68 to 70 lines on each weapon. For now. Alright, so I've created a character. There we go. You are not a vet status character, but have arrived here as part of a temporary event. Vet status 3 is temporarily unlocked at the moment, so you can now start at level 10. The way the vet status 3 is going to work is it'll be a bonus, similar to our other bonuses that we can enable and disable in-game during a certain period of time. For Ravenloft here, we are kicking it off tomorrow. We're giving it a day just for sanity's sake, and kicking it off tomorrow, and then it'll run for a couple of weeks. It's actually in the release notes. Yeah, runs through December 17th, turned off the morning of the 18th. So it'll be this weekend, next weekend, and then it'll turn off. It'll allow you to create a character, begin your adventure at level 10. You'll get gear similar to other vet statuses. You'll even get a level 10 hireling cleric. This isn't a permanent cleric. This is just like a standard contract cleric. And there you go. So, start at level 10. And I'm just going to... Like I say, I'm using a path just for easy level up here. But, you can clearly customize whatever you want to do. Someone had asked if they could use this to bypass the TR going back to level 1 or level 15 as an iconic. The answer is no. Oh. There we go. Oh. Dum dum dum. All right. Okay. So, got some gear here. Say you get this level 10, Faden. Does have Raised Dead, Cure Crit, that sort of thing. It's like I say, it's a typical hour-long thing. Try to get you some kind of basic starter gear to get you going. Yes, Vet Status 3 is for everybody when the event is active. So whether you're free to play or VIP or premium, you will be able to take advantage of Vet Status 3 when the event is active.
Come one, come all, to the Degenev brothers.
Will the bound to character weapon that accepts sentience become bound to account? No, if it's bound to character, it'll stay bound to character on acquire. If it's bound to character on equip, meaning unbound until you equip it, then it'll be bound to account. I have not heard about new Epic Destinies, as you described. There's Secular Squirrel, but that sounds cool. I'm sure we're not completely done with them. New tree for artificers is something we would like to work on. So where do you get the sentient gems again? They're attached to the items that you'll get in Ravenloft. And also as a... Oh no, that's not correct. That was correct at one point, but that's not correct anymore. You get them from a tutorial. Let me actually move into there so I can show you how that works. There'll be a trader. There's a tutorial to help basically explain to you how to work sentient weapons. Actually, I'm going to switch characters so I can be epic level here and have my admin abilities back. Alright. Where am I? Turn on my mega speed. The entrances, there's one in Evening Star and one in House Jurasco to get to Ravenloft. And to find the one in House Jurasco, you will head over to kind of by where Fred is. There you go. See this? Mists of Ravenloft. You can go straight to the tavern, the Land of Barovia, the other inn, or you can repeat the intro quest. Let me see, where's that guy? There we go. Tobar the Smith, Sentient Weapons. Like I say, he will give you a tutorial on sentient weapons.
We're going where to do what? That sounds amazing!
I already have one equipped, but you'll see that you can oh yeah, get the item first and then you'll get the thing. And then you'll choose your jewel. There's the Hopeful, the Inquisitive, and the Resolute. That you can get from these. And then the fourth one is from the Saga, Ravenloft Saga reward list, in addition to these three that you can pick, because you can only pick one at a time here.
I can't believe we did it!
And then we have one more going in as, I think... Actually, I'm not sure where that other one's going in. And then I'm doing one as well that I'll be doing for community giveaways. And that'll be in a future patch. Can I show how the Sentient Weapon Jeweler's kits work? Yeah, sure, no problem. That sounds good. Let me call that up. Alright, so this is a Sentient Toolkit. It'll remove the Sentient Jewel from an item, so let me call that out there. You'll double click on it to open up a UI panel. I thought. Or no, maybe it's this. Oh. Yeah, there you go. So you'll take the toolkit. That's a good point. We should probably call out how you get rid of that stuff. But you'll take the unslaughter and then hover it over the thing there. That is a little confusing. So then once all your filigree is unslotted, then you can unslot the Sentient Jewel and you'll get your Sentient Jewel back. It'll retain the XP that it has, and you can put it on another named item if you want to. Is there a way to preview the voices before selecting your jewel? No, although I would expect people are going to solve that problem on their own pretty quick. You'll be able to hear them, I'm sure, on YouTube and all that sort of thing, you know, post-haste. Could you do a sentient weapon? Only, yeah. No. Yes. I don't know. Can any named item be sentient? Can accept sentience for the most part. Any named item that is min-level 20 or up can accept sentience. There are some crafted items like legendary, green steel, and thunder forged that will not accept sentience. So to clarify, if the weapon is bound to character on equip, if you slot a gem, it is now bound to account. Yes. So, yes, if it has not been equipped. You know, because it would be, basically if it's possible to be traded and you put a jewel on it, it'll become bound to account. If it's already bound to your character, then it won't become bound to account. Hopefully that explains it. And if it's already bound to account, it'll stay bound to account. The intention is not to give you a way to trade your bound to character items. No, sorry, Joe. I have not given out the points yet. Although you said many weeks ago on Kyburn you didn't get any points. PM me on the forums, I'll get you a code. Maybe it got lost in the mail. Check your in-game mailbox on that character. But if it's not there, just PM me. I'll get you a code. For running with me during the Wednesday stream on Kyber, just give me your character name and I'll double check my screenshots, make sure that was there. That's a good question. I don't know what happens if you have a bound to character on equip item that you have not yet equipped that you then make bound to account with a sentient weapon, whether or not it becomes bound to character once you equip it. I don't know. Yeah, that's the hopeful sentient gem. Okay. What is this week's deals in the store? You'll find out tomorrow. And I'm pretty sure the bonus is the vet status 3 thing, but let me double check that. Can you do the tutorial to get a gem on heroic or epic only? That's a good question. I was actually going to check that. Because you couldn't equip an item at level 10, so I'm assuming we gate it at level 10. But let me just double check on that to make sure. Yeah, Vet Status 3 is our bonus this weekend. In addition, we're going to start to see the new Festivault coins drop. Similar to other Festivaults, the coins appear before the vendor appears. The Jester will be coming later this month, but the coins will start to appear after Thursday. I can't really go through all the various iterations of what does and doesn't accept sentience. If it accepts sentience, it'll tell you. Why is Menace of the Underdark not yet available in the DDO market? We are working to get that in very soon. We are on the final stages of it. We were hoping to get it in time for Black Friday, but we were still running into an issue. Oh, I don't have the account unlock here on this. I don't think I've got the points to do it either. Because this is an internal dev environment thing. Yeah, I don't. Oh, I do. Okay. Cool.
You stumble through the thick mists, only you spot a corpse in the grass near the abandoned cart.
Oh yeah, I forgot I've got to run into the mist first. Well, I guess we'll have to figure that out a little bit later. Because I don't really have any gear or anything like that. Alright, how much favor is in Ravenloft? 60. Oh no, not 60. It's 60 for the first, 60, 120, 180, and then I think there's a little bit above because it includes the raids. Will we see new augments down the road, red, blue, yellow? Potentially.
It's clearly been dead for several days. The clothes are torn, and the body raked with claw marks. A crumpled letter is clutched in its hands.
Like I said, we did have an issue with duping, unfortunately, but
From down the road you hear the sounds of harsh growls and clashing steel. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely cold.
Halt! Do you serve Strahd?
He asks. So you hear howling in the distance. A raven cries somewhere overhead.
will there be any solo quests in Ravenloft? No. I mean, the wilderness area, and you can certainly play a lot of quests solo if you want to, but specific solo-only quests, no.
Keep away.
Might the Ultimate Vampire Hunter costume be available elsewhere later? No.
You hear a branch snap behind
That is why we have it listed as an exclusive item. Sorry. Yeah, this character's, I don't even have gear or anything, so it's not really going to work. But I could do it on an admin. We'll figure it out later. I suppose I could have called out that hireling. Looks like we might need to do a little bit more work on the starter gear here, too. Or maybe it's just on Flamekeep that I'm not getting the starter gear. Okay. Oh, get the bottle of mist. Right. Good question. Where is that? Oh, I have to log out, log in, I bet. Oh, no, because I bought it from the store, it doesn't have the bottle of mist. That's what's up. Okay. This is just an unlock on Flame Keep again. How many quests are required for flagging for the raid? All of them once. I believe that's 12 quests. Dum-dum-dum. Will we get our racial tomes now? Yes, when you log in after Ravenloft goes live, you will indeed get that. What min level to get into the Slayer area? I believe 10 is the answer to that. Are the sentient things going to be available even on Heroic? I need to double check that. I don't know. We head over to YouTube chat quick. The worlds are down? Yes. Am I one of the developers of the game? Thank God, no. I am a community manager. I do not code. When is the release date? Soon. Very soon. Let me actually check our mission control. It looks like we're getting ready to open. It should be hopefully before 2, although we're having a few little problems on Caneth that we need to work out. But otherwise, it looks like we're pretty well set to go. And just a reminder, Vet Status 3 will not be available today. It'll be enabled tomorrow when our bonuses go live, as per the release notes. It is not December 7th. Today is December 6th. Today, Ravenloft goes live. Tomorrow, Vet Status 3 goes live, and Festival coins will start to appear in Eberron chests. So they will not appear in Ravenloft either, sorry. That's a lore restriction we could not avoid. Alright, so it looks like we're still on track and making progress on things. I guess I could probably just see if there's another round of questions and then maybe end the stream a couple minutes early. What is Vet Status 3? It's an event that'll be enabled through December 17th, starting tomorrow, where you'll be able to create a character and start at level 10, regardless of your account status, so free-to-play, premium, or VIP. ETA on the Ice Games. The Ice Games usually happen after Festival, usually January, February. I'm pretty sure that's the plan for the Rizia Ice Games and Midwinter Festival this year as well. Yeah, that's cool. Also, trivia is going on in the DDO Discord. If someone feels like dropping a link to DDO Discord in chat and it works, let me know. Level 10 unlock event is for everybody, regardless of whether or not you have Ravenloft. The reason we're introducing it now is that Ravenloft does have a minimum level of 10, so you can go straight into Ravenloft if that is something you want to do. But the Vet Status 3, while active, will be available for everybody, regardless of what you have purchased. So there are 4 jewels as of the release date, correct. And then we've got 2 more coming. And maybe one is already here. I'll have to double check on that as well. Let me actually put that in chat. We do not have an astral shard to travel to quests the first time thing. Yeah, ddochat.com/discord or discord.me/ddodiscord. How long will Vet Status 10 be available? Through December 17th. Shut off the morning of the 18th. Will there be a teleport to the quest once we complete it? Yeah, once you complete the introductory into the Mist quest, you can go straight to the tavern, you can go to the wilderness area, or you can repeat the Mist quest. And actually, I can show you that on my admin character here real quick. And the same thing is with the Bottle of Mist as well. Is the Ravenloft entrance quest free to play like Beyond the Rift or Forgotten Realms? No. Alright, so you will see, because on this character I have already run into the mists. You'll see when you go to the entrance, if you've already completed it, you're going to be able to go straight into the wilderness area. You can repeat the quest into the mists if you want to. You can travel to one of the 2 taverns that we have as well inside of the game. So you can just go straight there. Excluded due to lore reasons is having an Eberron holiday outside of Eberron. And Festival is an Eberron holiday. How often will Vet Status 10 be available? Stay tuned. We shall see. It depends how popular it is, what kind of impact it has, and whether or not... but the intention is to put it as part of our regular schedule. Maybe a little less frequent than some of the others, but that's the intention. Where is the Sentient vendor guy? He's right when you get into the land of Barovia. Just go forward a little bit, and the guy's right there. Yeah, okay, I don't really want to spoil Barovia for people who do not wish it spoiled, but you can see it is a big place. There's a lot of stuff here. Cool. Alright. Will our map be seeable when we first enter? Yes, I think. I think we decided not to do the Fog of War just for everyone's sanity there. Oh, I might be wrong about that, but we'll see. Could be just an admin thing. Did I get to create a cookie for the festival? We did update a few of the cookies for Festival this year, per usual. And by the way, for those folks who are on the forums who had suggested it, we are bringing back the old Kobold cookie. that works inside of challenges. That is by player demand. Will one be able to get the Bottle of Mist with a favor unlock? No. Is it bigger than King's Forest? I think so. We kind of haven't decided on that yet, but I think so. Alright. What is the cooldown on the bottle? I don't know. I don't have a character here to check it right now. Actually, maybe I can. Let me see. Actually, it's 1 o'clock. Let me call it done, because I've got Ravenloft to get out and all that. It should be a pretty standard cooldown on that Bottle of Mist. I'll double check it, though, and get back to you. I will be back. Oh, 60 seconds? Really short? That's great. Question answered. Thank you very much for watching the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube to get these videos in your subscription feed. Like us on Facebook to get all this stuff in addition to Facebook live videos. And if you follow us on Twitch, we will love you forever. And you will get these videos notifications when we go live with shows. In addition to this show, there are shows all week long, and you can find our full schedule over on twitch.tv/DDO stream. I will be on Caneth on Friday for Friday afternoon, right here at noon. We'll be doing Ravenloft stuff, and I'll be talking to you soon. Thank you very much for watching. Have fun, and I'll see you in the mist.